And hello AFAM from sunny Manchester, England.
I'm Ashley, this is Josh. Welcome to our channel.
We sold everything we had to travel the world, and now we want to share with you the way away.
So be sure to subscribe down below, give us a like, and hit that bell so you can follow more of our adventures.
Let's go. As I mentioned, it is in fact a sunny day. We have gotten so lucky with the weather here in the UK so far. It's been wonderful.
So we have decided today we are going to try 3 different items that you should try while you're here in England. But disclaimer, we know that fish and chips is a thing to eat. We know that Sunday roast is special, but we know also that those things deserve their own video. So this video is probably some items maybe you wouldn't normally think about.
We're just walking around Manchester, and you can see all these cool old buildings. We were here 2 years ago. We even have a video here in Manchester where we did a tour. So check it out up here in the corner. We're going to link to that as well. But today's all about food.
Let's get this video started out with a bang. Bangers and mash, baby.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna start with some bangers and mash. I know this is made the best way from your like nan or your grandma, but we have come to a pub here in Manchester to try them out. Supposedly bangers and mash came around in World War I when there wasn't a lot of meat available.
High quality meats at least, yeah.
So they made the bangers, they made the sausages out of lower quality items, but it was filling and they could put some meat in it along with fillers. One of the fillers is water, so when they started making these sausages, putting it in the pan, they would explode kind of like aggressively. And so that's why they would call them bangers. So we have some traditional peas, mash, and our little bangers. We're gonna try them out. I did want to mention that nowadays they have really great meat here in the UK, so they take pride in the meat that they use in their sausages. Just know that you're not going to get a bad sausage. You can get lots of really other sausages. Just kidding. I'm not a fan of peas, but I'll give them a go.
Take them off with the tea mash.
Yeah. Good little sausage, smooth potatoes. The gravy is really like, it's not a thick gravy, it's kind of a light, watery gravy, but actually really delicious. And I can't taste the peas, so we're good.
All right, now's my turn. I have no problem with peas or mashed potatoes, and I especially love sausages. I mean, sorry, bangers. It's simple, straightforward, comfort food. Like I could actually eat this every day and be happy with my life. It's got a little bit of a pea taste. Sorry, Ashley, I can taste it. The sausages are interesting. They're not like it's a highly processed meat, meaning it's been like chopped up finely. It's not very gristly. It's very smooth. I like it. It's really good.
Out of the 3 items that we'll be trying today, bangers and mash is definitely the cheapest item if you can find it in a good pub. It comes around £5, which isn't that bad. And then a beer, only $2.75 in a pub. Pretty good price. Our next stop is Mr. Thomas's Chop House downtown in Manchester. Now this is a dish that I have heard so much about. It's something that kind of might scare normal people, but I'm really excited to try it because it's something that is very traditional to England and the UK. It is called steak and kidney pudding. Now there are two different types of this type of steak and kidney. They have the pudding type and they have the pie type.
The difference between steak and kidney pudding and steak and kidney pie seems to be in the cooking technique for the most part. In a pie, it's cooked in a pan, it's baked, and it has a different type of crust. This is more of a pastry crust, and it's steamed in a pan for hours on end. This came to us about 5 minutes after we ordered it, so you know that they're cooking it properly, just hours and hours, and it's just ready for us.
He said they're cooking all day long, so we just got one of them that's been baking for, steaming for a long time. Giant piece of steak there. We'll get a little bit of everything. Whoop. We're gonna get some potato, we're gonna get some steak, some of the outer crust, and definitely some of this gravy. This is a big bite. We're gonna give it a go. Those potatoes are bomb.
Did the kidney turn you off, or do you like it?
I don't know that I have a piece of kidney, but I can't tell. Like, if I do, I can't tell.
Now here's a question: is it actual kidneys, like from a meat animal,
Yeah.
or is it kidney beans?
No, it's actual kidney.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. I think it's actual kidney from sheep or cow. If I'm wrong, then let us know down below, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But this is really, really good.
So not a vegetarian dish.
Absolutely not.
Then again, I would say most of the British foods are not traditionally vegetarian.
Yeah. So good.
So we've got the potato kind of on the bottom. There doesn't seem to be a crust on there. It looks like they've put pastry in the bowl, and then the meat, then the potatoes, cooked it, and then flipped it over, I'm guessing. And you can see that the pastry here is pretty doughy. I assume that has a lot to do with the fact that it's steamed and not baked. And instead of like a hard crust, you get a nice soft crust. Yeah. Oh, it has a really gamey taste. If you've ever tasted like fresh, kind of wild animal, it has a bit of that taste. You can get that a lot in sheep, but it's very prominent in this dish, and I like it. It kind of lets you know that this is fresh.
One of the things I am loving so much about being here in England is that usually, most of the time, they have a cider on tap. So if you're a girl like me or a guy like me who doesn't like beer as much, there's always a lot of different options for ciders. On tap, they usually have one, but then they have all these bottles of different ciders that you can choose from. It's so good. I love it. I can drink with Josh now. So good. And the glasses always match the beer that you're getting on tap. That is so cute and the best thing ever.
If you come to England, you may be tempted to get a Guinness. Don't. You're in England, not in Ireland. So I've got the House Pale Ale. This was hand pumped. It just came out milky white, all foam, and in about 2 minutes it settled into this delightful ale, which I can attest to being delicious. It's sweet, smooth. It's not very carbonated. It just goes down really easy. You could easily drink quite a few of these.
Our last and third dish is the sticky toffee pudding. This is something when I was in the US that I thought is so English when I heard about the sticky toffee pudding. It was made in the 1900s and that supposedly came from Canada, but who knows really.
Oh, that's a bit of a controversy then.
A little bit of a controversial history of this dish, but it is a nice little date and spice cake with on top it's either served with ice cream, vanilla ice cream, or a cream. I'm pretty sure this one's a cream, and then on the bottom is a delicious toffee. It's supposed to be served warm and hot, so we should definitely take a bite now. The toffee is so hot and warm and delicious.
Do we need to get you a room?
Oh my gosh. That was really good. The cream is not sweet at all. It's just really, really creamy. And the cake is really soft, so it just falls apart. But man, that topping is the best part. That on top of ice cream would be absolutely amazing, but this is also really good. The best thing about meals here in England is that you just have to get a little bit of everything on your fork and then take the bite. That's the best way to experience it, get the most out of it.
It seems like they have gravy of some sort on everything, or like a sauce or something. I like that.
That's so good.
This place came highly recommended by our friend Matt, whom you probably saw in one of our first videos here when we arrived in Liverpool, actually. So big shout out to him. Thank you for the excellent recommendation. You seem to have made Ashley quite happy.
And you. Yeah.
All right, that's good. She explained it well.
Yeah.
And as delicious and happy as that may have made Ashley, you should know that it is a bit expensive. That set us back about 40 USD for one plate, dessert, and 2 drinks. So keep in mind it's a bit expensive here, as is the case with the pound.
The steak and kidney pudding is about 15 pounds, and then the cake was $6.50, and then the drinks were about 4 to 5 each. So yeah, that adds up real fast.
But it's delicious.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful day in Manchester. I had a really fun time.
We spent the whole day there, and now it's like dark outside.
Yeah, it's like fully dark. It's after 9 p.m. We just drove back. We're at our friend's place again. I have to say that we did learn a few things today. Having a car in England is interesting in the cities. All the street parking is only 2 hours maximum. You have to move every 2 hours. And then
after a certain time, it's fine,
and then we went to a lot, but it was like open lot, and there were like people that straight up looked like they were casing our car as we were like unloading and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't feel safe leaving a rental there.
Yeah, like it was really weird. They're like staring at us and they're like whispering, and like we were setting the camera down, and after we walked away, we're like, maybe we'll move the car.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
One of the things that I love about England that I totally forgot about is that the cities have like mascots.
Oh,
and
yeah.
specifically in Manchester, their mascot is the bee, and they've like fully got on board with this whole bee thing, and there are bees everywhere, honeycomb everywhere. I absolutely love that, and I totally miss that about England. Yeah,
it was really cool to see like the logo and the mascots everywhere. In fact, you even saw it in the video today. There were giant statues, which I think is like a special installation. That's not normal there.
And an app where you can go on a trail and find all these bees throughout the city.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so then the food today, all comfort food, I feel like. To be honest, I think that you could get them all best from your grandma or your mom cooking them at home.
As with any food, your mom or grandma makes it best, I'm sure. But everything we had today was delicious.
And that's not we don't have an option to do that here. So it was the best way to try those foods, and they were all delicious and definitely just made you want to be cozy at home eating them.
So all our Brits in the audience, let us know, did we eat the right foods? And if not, what would you recommend? Remember, we are going to try fish and chips and
the Sunday
the Sunday roast thing. Ooh, we have an idea for the Sunday roast.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. But if you haven't seen our other Manchester videos, definitely check them out. And I hope we encourage you to get out and travel today. We'll see you in the next video where we'll be visiting Chester and learning about the history there, which will be really fun. So have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers. Cheers, mate.